It has this really beautiful and simple pattern to the fabric. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the double crochet cluster stitch number 2. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. So for this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 2. So in my case, I have 16. For row 1, you're going to skip 2 chains, which counts as a single crochet. And then you want to work a double crochet cluster. So for that, we're going to yarn over, go into the next chain, which is the 3rd chain from the hook. And you're going to insert your hook there, grab the yarn and pull it through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops and stop. Now we're going to skip the next chain, and into the next we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. Yarn over, pull through 2 only and stop. You should have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that there is a double crochet cluster. Now we're going to chain 1. And that ends the row repeat. You basically want to do a double crochet cluster and then a chain 1. The next double crochet cluster though, you're going to start it at the 2nd leg of the previous one. So where you did the last double crochet into that same chain, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook. Grab the yarn and pull it through. 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, skip the next chain. And then into the next, we're going to work the 2nd leg of the double crochet cluster. Grab the yarn and pull it through. Yarn over and pull through 2 only. Then stop. 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's our 2nd double crochet cluster. And now we chain 1. I'm going to do that again with you one more time. Yarn over, go into the same chain that you're currently in. Grab the yarn, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Skip 1 chain, into the next, yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's a double crochet cluster and a chain 1. So repeat this until you get to the end of the row, and I'll see you when I'm there. Okay, so at the end of the row here, I just finished my last repetition of a double crochet cluster and a chain 1. And I'm left with 1 chain. So into that very last chain, you're just going to do a double crochet. And this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 1 and flip our work. You're going to skip the 1st stitch, and then you're going to start your row repeat. In this row, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the chain space, and then a chain 1. So let's do that together, skipping the 1st, going to the 1st chain space, grab the yarn and pull it through, and do a single crochet. And now we chain 1, and go into the next chain space with a single crochet. So essentially you're skipping the cluster. So into the chain space, a single crochet, and then a chain 1. So repeat this until you get to the end of the row, and I'll see you when I'm there. At the end of the row here, I just did my final repetition of a single crochet chain 1. And you're going to skip the last cluster and do your final single crochet into the top of the turning chain. So into the top of the turning chain, we do a single crochet. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to chain 3 and flip our work. That one counts as a double crochet, by the way, the chain 3. And now we're going to work a double crochet cluster, inserting our hook into the very 1st stitch. So you yarn over, go into that last single crochet you made in the previous row for the 1st leg of the double crochet cluster. Now we skip the chain space, and then into the next single crochet, you're going to do the 2nd leg of the cluster. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And now to finish the repeat, we chain 1. And that's what you want to do. You want to do a cluster and then a chain 1. Remember, the next leg, the 1st leg of the next cluster is going to start in the same spot you just finished. So yarn over, go into the same spot you're in with the 1st leg of the cluster. Yarn over, skip the chain space, and then into the next single crochet, do the 2nd leg of the cluster. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And a chain 1 to finish the row repeat. So do this until you get to the end of the row, and I'll see you when you're there. So at the end of the row here, I just did my final cluster. I'm going to do chain 1, And into that last stitch, you're also going to do a double crochet. So to the very last stitch, you do a double crochet. And that there is the end of row 3. Moving forward, you just want to repeat rows 2 and 3 back and forth until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. Here we have it. This one's really pretty. It's a lot more structured than the double crochet cluster stitch number 1. I also have a tutorial on that, but this one has those rows of single crochets in between, so it adds a little bit more density to the stitch. So yeah, but it adds this really beautiful columns of V's. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.